welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Trader Joe's haul. I got a lot of pumpkin goodies and I'm super excited to try everything out. Not just pumpkin, but kind of just fall appropriate goodies. And I'm gonna go ahead and rate each one of these items from 1 to 5. Or maybe we can go 0 to 5 if it's like atrocious. But I have a feeling these are all going to be phenomenal. I kind of got some inspiration on things to pick up and try from Allison Bickerstaff here on YouTube. So check her out, I'll leave her down below. But let's go ahead and get into it. I've got some ice cream here, so I wanna go ahead and dig into this before it melts. So this is the Trader Joe's Pumpkin Ice Cream Super Premium. That looks so freaking good. Okay, milk is the #1 ingredient, and then we've got a pumpkin base. So really happy about that it's gonna be super authentic pumpkin, hopefully. Oh, it is a little bit melted because, you know, it takes 30 minutes to get home from Trader Joe's. That is what it looks like. It is super orange, beautiful color. All right, let's dig in. Cheers. Oh my gosh. I'm eating a pumpkin pie right now. I honestly think this is one of the best things I've ever had, pumpkin related. Like, I could eat this all day. Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, all the good stuff. It is so fall. Oh my gosh. I need to stop eating this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. 0 out of 5. Come on, 5. These are the mini spicy pumpkin samosas. Pumpkin filling is the #1 ingredient. So cook these up in the microwave, but you can cook them in the conventional oven as well, which that's actually a preferred method, but just for the sake of time and trying to hurry up and get this rolling, and also just to not heat up my entire apartment, I went ahead and just microwaved it. So I'm gonna give it a little taste test. That's good. It's got a little spice to it, which, I mean, it says spicy pumpkin samosa, so that's kind of what's expected, but not too spicy. You know, I like spice, but I don't like too much spice, and this is just a perfect little kind of back of the throat, a little bit of a kick, but not too much. Really good. This is phenomenal. It might have crisped up and became a little bit more crunchy on the outside if I did use the oven, but for, you know, time's sake, the microwave is still perfect. All right, so right off the bat, these samosas are a 5 out of 5. I did get this spicy pumpkin curry. It's a simmer sauce, and #1 ingredient's water and then pumpkin puree. So it says saute 1/2 pound of your favorite protein in a skillet, and then vegetables and 1/4 cup of sauce. So you can add it with vegetables, with protein. We love curry, my husband and I, but I thought it would be perfect. You know, you've got the spicy samosa, which is kind of like Indian flavors, and then you've got curry, which is also Indian flavored. So I thought dipping it in this sauce might be really, really yummy. It's got the cardamom, spices, turmeric, ginger, coriander, cinnamon, cumin. It's got all the good stuff. So I'm just gonna take my finger and just taste it right off the bat. I just have a little bit. Like, at first I didn't think it was spicy at all, but then it kind of lingers in your throat a little bit. But not as spicy as the samosa, actually. I'm gonna dip the samosa in it. That just elevated the flavor even more. I didn't think you could do anything better than, it's kind of kicking me in my throat. Ugh. I give it a 5. I don't see, I'm like trying to think, is there anything that I would do differently? Anything I would leave out? Anything I don't like about it? There's absolutely nothing. This is a 5 out of 5. Next, I'm gonna get something to drink because my mouth needs some replenishing to kind of put the fire out in my mouth. Got this spice cider, apple juice with other added ingredients. So it's got cinnamon, cloves, allspice, orange peel, lemon peel. Yum. The smell is so good. It smells super flavorful, super spiced, and like just aromatic. Perfect. Like, just the scent just brings me to fall and Christmas and just like the coziness of it all. I mean, it's everything you would want a cider to be. It could stand to be like a tiny bit more flavorful. I mean, it's it's flavorful, but I've had more flavorful ciders before, so in that regard, I'm gonna give this a 4. It's definitely really good, yummy, tasty. I'd recommend it, but like I said, I've had better ones in the past that are a little bit more spicy and like more flavorful. So I want to try this Greek non-fat yogurt pumpkin flavor. I saw this and like, dreams come true. Yes, I love my yogurt, I love my pumpkin. Pretty orange, like a very light orange color. That's good. It's not like weird pumpkin-y. Like sometimes people can go overboard with pumpkin. There's that like fine line of just balance between the other ingredients in whatever you're eating or drinking. I like that. I honestly can't think of anything wrong with it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. I definitely, if you have not tried it, I would say go pick it up. It is pretty delicious. It's not as good as the ice cream, but you know, different ball game. It's yogurt and it's yummy. So if you like yogurt and you like pumpkin, go get you some of this. Mac and cheese bites. These had not only mac and cheese, but butternut squash in them. So I felt like that was very fall appropriate. And I'm gonna go ahead and try these puppies out. These are really good. So good. I also picked up this autumnal harvest soup, a creamy tomato-based soup with pumpkin and butternut squash. I absolutely love butternut squash soup. That's something I love making in the fall time, and so I just wanted to pick it up, try it out. I won't make it today, obviously. I won't open it up because, you know, it's recommended that you actually cook it, like heat it up. But it's got tomato puree in the top ingredient, and then next is pumpkin puree, butternut squash. So I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited about that. But this mac and cheese bite on its own, with the butternut squash and the creaminess of it, really, really flavorful. Yummy flavors combined together in this creaminess of the butternut squash and the cheese. It's just divine. 5 stars for the mac and cheese bites. Highly recommend those as well. I'm just on a roll here. We've got a lot of good stuff just coming our way in this haul slash taste test. I'm like loving it. Next we have the pumpkin spiced pumpkin seeds, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice with a little bit of salt. The more I eat it, the more I like it. I think it could have stood to really punch it with that pumpkin spice flavor and spice blend, because it's kind of like barely there, honestly. I was kind of having a hard time detecting it. It just kind of tastes like sugared, like candied pumpkin seeds. I do taste a little bit of the cinnamon right at the front, but it's just not giving me as much punch. They're not bad, they're just not what they, I think, advertised to be, like not what people would anticipate them to be. So for that reason, I'm gonna give these a 3. They're not bad, they're just not like as pumpkin flavored, like with that spice mixture that I really wanted them to be. Next, we're on a sweet train right now. So pumpkin spiced teeny tiny pretzels. They're literally called teeny tiny pretzels, not just tiny, not just mini, teeny tiny. So I love that. They're yogurt flavored coating, crushed pumpkin spiced pumpkin seeds. So kind of like the pumpkin spice pumpkin seeds we just tried. Probably actually the same, because they're both Trader Joe's brand. Probably literally just use these crunched up on top of the coating. I love yogurt flavored pretzels, so I was really intrigued to try these out, and they're mini too, which I feel like you can kind of go too much with the pretzels that are like covered in chocolate or yogurt. You can kind of go too much. They're very indulgent. They taste so good. So you're like inhaling them. You don't realize how many you've had, and then you're like, my stomach hurts. So the fact that these are mini, I think is great because you can kind of control how many. You just have like pop 1 or 2 in your mouth and like that kind of suffices. Oh, these are so cute. I like these. It's not just like yogurt pretzel with like just a touch, just a hint, just a like whisper, just of pumpkin spice. It's like, that's like one of the main factors of like what this tastes like. So for that, like kudos. These are a 5 out of 5. Okay, the next one we have is sweet and savory, lightly spiced pumpkin spread. Tonight, I'm gonna be doing some little wine tasting with friends, and I'm gonna be bringing baked brie that's wrapped in puff pastry. And the last time I made it, you can spread like on top of the brie some type of jam. So you get like the crunchy butteriness of the puff pastry. You get the, you know, kind of creamy, melty, cheesy saltiness of the brie. And then the sweetness of some sort of jam really kind of cuts the richness of those other 2 ingredients. Sweet and savory, so it's not like too sweet, but obviously not like super savory, and lightly spiced. So the first ingredient is pumpkin. It's got cane sugar, fruit pectin, lemon juice, and ground cinnamon. So I guess that's what it means by like lightly spiced, is it doesn't have all the traditional pumpkin spices in it, but it does have cinnamon. And look at the packaging, like a little pumpkin on the lid, and I just think that this is packaged so cutely. I still got some yogurt on this spoon, so I'm not gonna dip it directly in there. I'm just gonna take the little edge of it. Oh, it's got like a nice pumpkin chunk there. See that? That is pure baby food. Just like a little bit sweeter, like more of like a dessert baby food. I'm hesitant now to use this in the recipe for the brie. I may just say F it and just do it, because it's not overly sweet. It does say a tasty savory counterpart to cheeses and cold cuts, or to accompany roasted meats and vegetables. 4 stars. It's not bad. Not like my favorite thing out of everything I've tried. It does give a little bit of like you know, a hint of spice to it with the cinnamon, so 4 stars. The last thing is this maple flavored sea salt kettle corn. Oh my gosh. Why does it feel like I'm eating a candle? I don't really know how else to describe this, but delicious. Sweet, but a little bit sea salt and like a lot of maple, but not like caramel. Like it looks kind of like caramel popcorn. It's a distinct maple flavor. You love maple syrup. 5 out of 5. That's dangerous. You know what else is dangerous? This is dangerous. Yes, I went back to get more. But everything here was phenomenal, from savory to sweet. It was delicious. I think the lowest score was a 3, and that was the pumpkin seeds. Not that they weren't good, just weren't as pumpkin flavored with those spices as I would have liked them to be. But everything else, knock out of the park. Highly recommend. If you go to Trader Joe's, pick these up. Okay, you will not be disappointed. All right, that's it from me, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you super soon. Bye-bye. Okay, I gotta stop.